This is Karen with newclevelandradio.net, and it is time for, what's it time for, Richard?
It's time for me to get out of this.
No, it's not time for you to get out of this.
Sure it is.
It is.
It's been 13,789 days.
But the name of the show is Not Counting Tomorrow. Welcome to our podcast.
I'm not counting tomorrow.
Well, for all of you who are out
How
there,
many people get sentenced to a term like this?
excuse me, can I tell our listeners?
This
what
is
they're
like a
listening to?
life sentence.
Okay, I have to tell our listeners what they're listening to. This is our podcast. I'm Karen Hale. This is
Richard Hale.
And we've been a couple for about 40 years, married for 37 plus. And how many days, Rich?
13,789 days.
Not counting tomorrow.
Not counting tomorrow.
Not counting tomorrow. We always need to thank the people who introduced us to each other. And that's Helene and Lanny Light, and Lanny's mother, Iris, who I think is still talking to us from the heavens above, reminding us to be good little kids, right?
I thought she was the one who was selling us the frames at the eyeglass store.
Well, that's a whole other story. But we want to thank all of you for
$20 frames that they sell.
We
for
want
$400.
to thank all of you for listening in.
Thanks.
and-
Goodbye. It's
No,
been nice.
we're not leaving yet.
Okay.
And part of our podcast is about, how a couple meets and, can spend a lifetime together, which we have. Right, Rich?
I'm trying to wake up.
So, as many of you women know who are out there, guys, your spouse, your significant other, whoever he may be, and I'm not talking about in same-sex marriages. I'm talking in, this type of marriage, male, female. A lot of times we don't even know what the other one is talking about, right?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, see, that's exactly what I said. He doesn't listen when I talk, but he expects me to listen to every word he says.
Absolutely.
Why? Explain that from a male perspective. Why should I always listen to you?
I'm the husband.
Yeah. And that means what?
I'm in charge. I wear the pants.
No. Just because you love that one saying from, I think it's it's a Mel Brooks movie. It's good to be king.
Yeah, that's it. That's the king.
Do you remember the movie?
Yeah, I remember.
What's the name of the movie?
History of the World.
History of the World. That's the movie. We went and saw that when we were first dating, and the first thing he said as we walked out, "It's good to be king."
Yeah, it is.
But you have to be nice to your queen.
Do I?
Yes.
I didn't see that in the subtitles.
You didn't see that in the subtitles. Well,
No.
You should have. So I want all our listeners to know that Rich and I are supposedly on this honeymoon type thing this week and next. Our son is he's up in upper state New York, visiting with family and friends. And
he's gone.
So we've been able to be alone for the first time in a very long time. And do you know what that means, Rich?
What does it mean?
It means that I actually walk around fairly unclothed.
Yes.
Yes.
So do I.
Yeah, well, you always do.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother you that our son is here, but I don't do that in front of our son. But I've been giving you a thrill every day, right?
Yeah. I remember the thrill.
Tell the listeners how thrilling it is to see me walking around in my birthday suit.
It's thrilling.
Yeah. Even at our age, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about him. I really, really don't. So I want to bring up a subject that many of our listeners aren't aware of, okay? And that is
The girl in the hotel the other night?
no. We're not talking about her. But at our age, we thought we would be retired, maybe spending time traveling the United States, maybe going to Hawaii for the winter, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we thought about that, but it didn't happen for the two of us, even though we are in theory retired. We're both working, correct?
Yes.
And you're working for a very interesting company. They call
How do
you
you say it's interesting?
they call you day and night with assignments, don't they?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
gotten, let's see, how many?
Oh,
phone
how many
calls?
phone calls have you gotten today from them?
Let's see, how many
Let's
have I
see.
gotten today?
1, 2, oh,
One,
2,
two, no, four,
4,
5, 6 phone calls
6
today.
phone calls. And isn't it true that sometimes, or a lot of times when they call you, they actually hang up on you in the middle of the call?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they call
And
you.
they'll call me till whenever they feel like
Right.
stopping.
It can be
calling.
late at night. Yeah. And they give you these assignments that have already been done, like the one today.
Yeah.
You had an assignment and you went to it. And what happened?
Another company did the work.
No, and that was how long ago?
It was yesterday. It was an urgent.
Oh, it was
Urgent
urgent,
thing
and it
that I
got
had to do.
taken care of yesterday. Well, you got
got-
the. no,
I
you-
got the call yesterday.
Yeah.
But the work was done last week.
Yeah. So what
So
happened?
how close do you think they are to their clients that they
They're-
send me to?
They're not very close, and I can't and I won't give out their name online here. But yeah, if you call me, email me. I if you're looking for work, I might share it with you. You never know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You don't want to work for them.
yeah, you don't want to work for them. But I just want people to know that we really are not retired. In addition to Rich doing IT work during the week, we both do training and sales support at a big box store that has the letters BB in their name.
You mean Best Buy?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And we are very astute about the Intel product. So if you need a computer, you really want to make sure it has an Intel chip. And if you want to know why, you can
It's an Evo. Make sure it's an Evo chip.
Evo
chip.
Intel chip.
Because
Yeah.
that's the newer chips and the newer technology.
Yeah.
And it's worth every penny.
And they're thin and light, and they've got remarkable speed. And yeah,
Yeah,
so
batteries last forever.
so we're gonna get me a new computer.
You'll have to work a little more.
Oh, I have to work a little bit more. Okay. So anyway, so we do that on the weekend. And on the weekend, we really don't spend much time together, except this job has created 2 date nights because we work such long hours on the weekend. My wonderful husband here takes me out to dinner every Saturday and Sunday night.
Yeah. I do that because I don't want to hear about it.
And you don't want to help clean
And
up.
I don't want to help clean up
Yeah.
either.
So
So we go to a nice place on Saturday night because there's a nice place nearby.
we can say who it is. We can give them a plug.
Yeah, sure.
It's Eddie's Creekside in Brecksville. Good food
Good food.
and good staff.
And
They actually have staff.
yeah, they have staff
Yeah.
somehow.
Yep.
And they seem to know what they're doing and
Yep.
everything like that. It's nice. And
And then
and-
Sundays,
then Sundays, we don't have a good place to go. And usually because we overspent on Saturday night, we usually try to go someplace cheaper. So we go to some place called Wayback.
way back, and they're good. Their
Yeah,
sandwiches are
they're good.
really,
They
really
make-
good.
They make a veggie burger.
To die for.
Yeah, the veggie is very, very good.
And
It
it's
really
only
is.
260 calories.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
low in calories and everything else. The trick is you go in there and you're going to get a milkshake.
Not me.
They're not
He-
big milkshakes, but
he-
they're really
yeah,
good.
he gets a milkshake every week. And you're diabetic.
I know.
But you know what?
I don't have a dessert though.
Doesn't affect your blood sugar, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
because
that's a little strange.
I do so substitute that for my dessert.
Yeah. So I just want you to know that if you happen to be, you know, diabetic, you don't want to take after his habits, but many of his habits actually work for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, Richard, because I'm sure our listeners really want to know. Okay.
What's my favorite position?
No. Now, if your friend Nikki is listening to this, I don't want her to visualize that. That's
Okay,
not a good thing.
All right.
Okay. So, but I have a very serious question for
I
you.
don't think she visualizes that.
Well, but if you said it, then she might.
I don't think so.
Yeah. And we appreciate, Nikki, that you listen to this and maybe you share it with other people because, married life is like a roller coaster. But how many days did you say we've been together since we got married the first time?
13,000 days and 789 days.
So 13,789 days.
Yes.
Not counting tomorrow.
Not counting tomorrow.
But how long have we been married since our second wedding?
13,626 days.
Yeah. So for those of you who are listening for the first time, it wasn't enough to marry this hunk of a guy once. We did it a second time with family and friends there. And a group of our friends were stealing bottles of wine and drinking under the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we weren't aware of it till afterwards when my father-in-law found a bunch of half open bottles of wine.
Well, he also found that the caterer decided to open a lot of bottles so they'd have to charge us. And he said,
that's true.
He said, you know what? We're not paying for those.
Yeah. Well, my father-in-law, he was good about that. His name was Edwin Peter Hale. And I used to call him Mr. Ed because he was a jolly guy, really jolly.
Yeah.
So I wish those of you who are out there, if you'd never met him, I wish you had. I wish you had met my mother-in-law, Loretta, tiny little pipsqueak of a woman. And she just lived life to the fullest. And we miss both of them.
Yep, we do.
So, but the question I was going to...
Have you noticed that you're focused on this and not on us?
Well, you know what? You have to get me a new camera.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So the camera on the computer isn't doing the best job,
No,
but that's okay. So they don't really have to see all of our wrinkles, honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So should we do the non-politically correct corner of this segment?
Well, not yet.
Not
I
yet.
still have a question for you. Our listeners are trying to figure out what I want to ask you. So just take a deep breath, take it in. Okay. Okay. So what I really want to ask you is, and then you need to look directly at me, not at the camera, but at me.
I'm looking directly.
No, not at the camera, at me. Okay. Look into my eyes.
Yeah.
And tell me,
am I going to divorce you?
Why are you in love with me?
Oh, Jesus.
They want to know.
Well, you're a good friend. You really are.
I'm a good friend. That's why he's in love with me.
Yeah, I am. That's it.
Wait a second. You have other
you don't want me
friends.
to say it's because,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
you remind me of somebody else that I
No,
really do or
don't
something?
you dare go that direction. Oh my gosh. Who are we going to talk about today?
I
No.
don't know. I'm not
We
gonna say.
better be careful. So I just want to also ask you another question that our listeners want to know. I know you have this, I don't know if we call it a fantasy or what, but you have this thing about Marilyn Monroe. Can you explain that?
What's there to explain? I love her. I think
But
she's
she
great.
was so much older than you.
But
you know-
maybe if I was older when she was younger, then it would.
Oh, is that what it would have been? Oh.
Yeah.
So you've had this fantasy your whole life about Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And somewhere in this
But I've
house,
substituted other people along the way. You
oh,
know,
like who?
like Terry Garr.
I knew you were going to say
Yeah.
Terry Garr.
And then Heather, what's her name?
Locklear
Locklear.
and Morgan Fairchild.
And Morgan Fairchild. You know, there's been a
Yeah.
number of them.
Yeah.
But
Well,
unfortunately, they're all getting old, you know.
can you turn off your phone? Can you believe it? He's getting a phone call in the middle. He didn't turn
Well,
off.
I don't know who that is. That's somebody who seems to be wanting to talk to me.
Okay. Well,
Maybe they're going to give me a job.
yeah. Or maybe they want you to go on a trip. Yeah.
Something like
Buy
that.
into a trip. So tell me about that. You get a lot of those calls, people calling you and inviting you to come to Vegas.
Oh yeah, that's the number one thing I get is,
Yeah.
would you like to go to Vegas next week? We'll give you a room for free. You just get out here. You know,
Yeah.
and I go, I don't have a way of getting out there. And they go, well, we'll give you a discount coupon for airlines. It's like, well, that's great. Still, how do I get out there? You know?
So you're telling me we're not going to go to Vegas.
The funny thing is, and this is really the funny thing.
Okay, let me hear it.
Let's be honest about it here. I've been to Vegas 4 or 5 times in my life. I think all of my life, if we were to add them all up, I think I've only lost in Vegas, but I think I've lost maybe $100.
You're that much of a gambler?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh,
The
help
last
us.
time I went, now this has been a while,
Okay.
but I went and I put money in a machine and I got postage out. I thought I won that time.
Did you at least mail a letter?
Yeah, I did the
Oh,
next day.
well, that's a good
Next
thing.
day.
So I think the last time you were in Vegas, I actually was there with you.
Were you?
Yeah. We went out to Vegas for
For who?
what did we go out there for?
Was that Dennis?
CES, I think.
Yeah.
God, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
CES has changed a lot since then. So
Now I think they hold it in a little teeny office or something.
yeah, maybe, or online. So,
Probably.
you know, I'm looking out the office window. The leaves are changing. The sun is out. It's
The shadows are longer.
Yep. And it's November the 4th,
Yeah.
you know. But yesterday I realized that I lost the whole month of October. I don't even remember October. Do you remember October?
Is this a song that I'm supposed to know the words to?
No. It's just a question because we're into November and October just passed. And I don't really remember much about the month of October.
I think I was working a lot in
You
October.
You were working a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
Probably
weren't
for the company that I keep getting the phone calls from.
Yeah, and they don't pay you half
They
the time.
don't pay me half the time.
Yeah. Hey, if there's a good lawyer out there listening to this, let me ask you a question. If you're at 1099 like he is, and they send you on a project and you go out there, but they won't let you in because the project was completed by somebody else, or they send you out to do a project and you don't have the tools you need because you weren't told to have the tools. Isn't he still supposed to get paid because he got called out on
Yeah,
a
I got
project?
there. I got to the site.
Yeah,
and,
he got there and
you know, it's
was
like, hey,
willing to do it.
you know, what do you want me to do?
So if you're a good attorney, if you would let us
Yeah.
know what the answer to that is, because they owe him over $1,000
Yeah.
since the beginning of the year.
The problem is that I don't expect to get most of it back.
Okay.
They'll find a good reason for not giving it back.
All right.
They
So
also have this thing
yeah.
where when you change a part out,
Yeah.
you have to ship the old part back.
Hmm.
And then they hold me responsible even after I have documentation. I have dropped it off at FedEx or UPS. They want me to track it back to wherever it's
But whoa,
going.
whoa, whoa.
But
UPS or FedEx
it's like,
does
what
that.
am I supposed to do? Attach myself to the package and follow it?
Hey, that could be a very interesting thing.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
ask me all the time, where did this package go? I don't know. They put it in a big box after they took it from me, and the big box went in that little brown truck
Wow.
or the white one. It depends.
This makes our life very interesting
Yeah.
because we always have something to talk about, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because right now they're holding this $1,000. They're saying that's a part that didn't go back. But
Oh,
the problem is,
it
it's
did.
I don't know if it did, because it's not my project. It was never assigned to me.
Oh,
They found that it's for a different project for somebody else, but they just decided they'll collect it from me because, this guy doesn't know any better.
okay. Well,
Or maybe he's cuter. I don't know.
so again, I want to change the subject. Okay.
Okay, I'll change it.
I'm changing it. Just hold on. Hold your horses, buddy boy.
I'd rather go work for the other company,
Okay.
which they'll send me to a Hilton somewhere. Heaven only knows where. Could be miles away, states away, wherever.
And they pay for it.
And they pay for the hotel room, and they pay for me to be there, and they pay for me to do the work. And I come home happy.
Well, sometimes.
Well, most of the time, because, unless they've,
Well, unless you've left your girlfriend behind.
yeah, well,
Yeah. And we can't talk about that here
Yeah.
because this is about marriage, the two of us,
yeah.
not about all the girlfriends in all the different
Yep,
cities.
yep.
So the holidays are coming up, you know that.
Yeah, what about
Yeah.
it?
And so,
So what do you want for Thanksgiving, dear?
we're going to be with family for Thanksgiving.
I know. Do you want a gift for Thanksgiving?
No, I don't get a gift for Thanksgiving. No,
Oh, isn't it a religious day?
no, it's a thankful day.
It's a day.
Yeah.
It's a religious day for the
turkey.
the Indians,
Well, maybe for the
not
Indians.
the Cleveland Indians.
No.
American Indians.
There are no more Cleveland Indians.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. They're now called the Cleveland Guardians.
No, not yet.
Oh.
Not till the 15th.
Oh, not till the 15th.
Yeah,
But they've announced it.
I know. They've
Oh.
announced it, but
Okay. So they're going to have a new name.
But the Atlanta Braves are going to stay the Braves.
And they're
because-
still going to use the tomahawk chop.
Yeah, and they're going to use the tomahawk chuck. They can't change, but the Cleveland Indians had to change.
And they won the World Series.
Did they?
Cheater, cheater, cheat. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did they?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right, that's better than the.
No, they were both cheaters. Neither one of them should have been in it. Okay.
But they were the better cheater.
Oh, they were the better cheater. Is that like Gary Cheater or
Yeah,
somebody cheater? Jeter. Oh,
he was Jeter.
Jeter.
This is Cheater.
Jeter. Anyways, so before we,
Hey, somebody just said,
yeah, I know. Would you leave my computer alone and all my messages? That was from one of my boyfriends.
I know.
Yeah,
But he's inviting you to his
I know. Jim- so-
concert.
So just so you know, and I will make it open here so everybody can hear.
Invited you to
This-
the Rialto Theater
The Rialto Theater,
in Kenmore, Ohio,
December 17th.
December 17th.
And let me tell you who's going to be performing. My very, very dear friend, Jim Ballard. We also will have C.D. Eicher. I got to put on my glasses so I can read it all.
It's J.D. Eicher.
I'm sorry, J.D. Eicher, The Heavy Hours, Candace Campana, Jeff Clem, Madison Cummins, Barry Carroll. And that's on Friday, December 17th. On Saturday, December 18th, Big Pop, A Band Named Ashes, Detention, Brian Lissick, Chrissy Strong, and Jim Ballard. It's the Kenmore Winter Break Music Festival. And if you go to the Rialto.com, you can get your tickets. And I want to tell you, I met Jim and a number of his friends a couple years back. And I want to give a big
The
shout
tickets
out.
are actually at the
Rialto
Theater.com.
.com. Okay.
Just to make it clear.
But I want you to know that Jim is a phenomenal performer, and so are all of his friends. And the Kenmore area has brought music back to the area. And I think we all should support local music. Many of these musicians,
So how many times a week do you see him?
I don't see him, but I
Yeah,
connect
yeah,
with him.
sure.
But I connect with
When
him.
I'm out of town, I'm sure.
Jim is very happily married along with his beautiful wife. Anyways,
Okay,
so before we end this, I just,
why are we ending?
well, because we do have things that we have to do today.
Like
But-
what?
I have to go to the audiologist,
That would be good because maybe then you could hear me.
or maybe I can just turn off my hearing aids and not listen to you.
That's what I think you do most of the time.
I do. But I just want to
The
talk.
worst part is that when I'm trying to be nice to you and you turn your hearing aids off.
Yeah. That's not very often.
But it's often enough that
Oh,
you don't have it
I-
on.
So I want to share with our listeners that Thanksgiving is in 3 weeks. And we are very lucky this year because we are going to spend a Thanksgiving with family and friends.
Yeah.
We haven't done that for a very, very long time. And so we are going up to Saratoga Springs, New York. And we get to be with my brother Joel and his beautiful wife. In fact, it's their wedding anniversary when we're up there. It's also Terry Lynn's birthday when we're up there. So a lot of celebrating. And we get,
And I get to drive.
and so does Alex. Alex says he'll drive most of the way.
Really?
So we can get there soon.
No, he won't because I'll be saying, can I use the bathroom? Can
Yeah.
I use the bathroom? Next stop. Gotta get out.
We'll put a jug in the back seat for you. Okay.
A jug.
Yeah. Anyways, what I'm trying to
Can
tell
I get 2 jugs?
you are just too bad. So what I'm trying to share with you is for the last probably 10 years, Thanksgiving has been sort of a little lonely time for the 3 of us because of our work schedules and everything else. We've, just been the 3 of us. But this year we are going to be with family and friends. And
And we'll go to the Auto Museum up there.
well, we're going to the what's it called? The museum that Alex wants us to go to. We're going to
Woodstock.
the Woodstock Museum because that's an hour away from Saratoga Springs.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm trying to tell everybody, we're so looking forward to being with family and friends that just like many of you, we'll sit around a dinner table and argue like everybody does on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So, that's just the fun of it. It's everybody trying to get the last word in,
Yeah.
and we're all going to do that.
Yeah. And my son will tell me I'm not politically correct.
So-
Which brings us to the not politically correct segment of the show.
Explain
Okay.
it to me.
Okay, this segment, I'm going to answer something not politically correct.
Okay, you do that.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question and hopefully everybody at home laughs. Okay,
Oh,
because if they don't, then they're politically correct and they just think I was obnoxious.
now wait a second.
If
How are we
they
going to know if
are-
they laugh?
the
Should they-
monitor will jump up and down.
Oh, okay. We'll go
Okay,
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so my question is, what are the 3 things that everybody's gonna really, really like?
3 things that everybody's really, really going to like
Yes,
in life, you mean?
in life.
Let me see. Oh, I know one of them. I remembered one of them.
You do.
Pizza.
Yeah, that's one. You'll never get this next one.
Wait a second. Oh, I know what I would really, really like. Okay. Am I allowed to say it?
Well, we're not politically correct here, so yes.
Potty breaks.
No,
No.
no,
Give me a hint.
you were very close.
Pooping?
No, no, no.
Oh.
no.
Because you can say that now. That's pretty correct on TV.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, women do poop.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me.
Okay. The three answers are pizza, pussy, and Santa Claus.
I don't like cats. Oh, you're trying to
See-
make it go wobbly.
See,
I like Santa Claus and I
No,
like
I-
pizza, but kitty cats I don't care for.
well, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Somebody will have to explain it to you later.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I'm so glad that you shared that with
Yes.
us. And
Are you?
yeah, I am.
I don't think you are, but
I
that's
know
okay.
I am. And
The non-politically correct portion is over with as of now.
oh, it is over
Yeah,
now?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not like on What in the World with Paul Seaburn when we do Ask the Co-host and or Stump the Co-host and it goes on for 3 in-depth questions. No.
No, I don't have in-depth questions here.
Okay. And you're not
I'm not an in-depth person.
and you're not as funny as Paul Seaburn either.
Well, he did work for
Jay Leno
Jay Leno
and
so-
others as well.
Yes,
So,
so-
yes. And
but I think I'm funny enough. I could go do a free night at the comedy club.
oh, you could do open mic?
Yeah.
Oh,
probably.
I'll call Scott right now at Hilarities and tell him you're on your way.
Oh, you will, huh?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I won't do it this week.
Okay. And if you happen to be listening today, which is November the 4th, tonight at Hilarities is one of my favorite female comedians, local person, Mary Santora. And tickets are still available. So if you want to go, I think you should go. We can't go because we have a previous engagement. So if Mary is listening, I'm sorry, Mary, but at least hi to everybody at Hilarities. And with that, I think we're going to put a close to Not Counting Tomorrow because I hope to be with you tomorrow.
Okay. Well, you probably will be because I don't have an assignments tomorrow.
So you'd like to be with me?
I don't have any better place to go.
Listen to this. Listen to this. What kind of proposal is that?
Same kind I did when I asked you to marry me.
You never asked me.
I never asked.
You just married me.
I just married you.
Okay, folks.
I
we'll
said,
co-
will you pay half of this when
I
we're
did.
standing at the bureau?
Yep,
And
I
she
did.
paid half and I paid half. And
That's how
that's
it all.
how it all started,
Yep.
really. You know,
And we're still together, not counting tomorrow.
not counting tomorrow.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.